Hey guys, me host SuperSorrell, thank you very much for tuning in and welcome to the first SuperSorrell Super Show podcast. I wanted to bring you guys a special episode today with the announcement of their Marvel 80 years anniversary. It sounds like Marvel's got a lot planned for it, so I wanted to kind of discuss with you the brief that I've received here from Marvel. Since sending me this, it has gone available live for you guys to read as well, which is over on Marvel.com's website. But I was sent this in an email by the press team at Marvel. And Hasbro as well seem to be on board with this. So we're going to go through it bit by bit. Marvel is turning 80 years old this year. It's such a shame that Stan could not see this moment, because it sounds like they've got a lot planned. And obviously he would have had maybe had a lot to say in this, maybe. But Stan is no longer with us, sadly. So that's one of the awful things that came out of this year, well, last year. But guys, this is the first of many, hopefully, SuperSorrell Super Show podcasts. I'd like to do this kind of on a regular basis, maybe weekly, but I don't want to tie myself down to a schedule, because I want to do this when it feels natural and when there's something worth talking about, or if I've got somebody to talk with. Now, this is going to be the first of many shows, I hope. So I hope you guys like the format. Please let me know your thoughts in the comments below on this little setup. And yeah, let's get on with today's podcast. So we're talking about Marvel. It's turning 80 years old, and we've got this lovely thing to talk through here. I'm going to read some of it to you, and we're going to kind of give you my thoughts on it. So, join the world in celebrating Marvel's 80th anniversary. Marvel kicks off a year-long event celebrating 8 decades of the world's greatest stories. 80 years ago, the Marvel Universe roared into existence with the publication of the now historic Marvel Comics #1. Over the years, the company expanded mightily under the guidance of legends Stan Lee, Jack Kirby, and Steve Ditko, and countless other industry titans. Today, Marvel is one of the most exciting and recognizable brands shaping pop culture, modern mythology, and entertainment around the world. And this year, you can join millions of fans in celebrating Marvel's 80th anniversary. For all of 2019, Marvel will be honouring its iconic characters and stories across every decade of the company's rich history, from the early years as timely comics to the latest adventures in the Marvel Universe fans know today. Whether you've been following Marvel since the beginning or you've just discovered the House of Ideas, you won't want to miss this year-long celebration across publishing, animation, new media, collectibles, games, and more. Hence, collectibles there, guys. That's why I'm excited. Starting this month and continuing throughout the year, Marvel will bring back some classic and reimagined Marvel superhero teams, revisit some of the early classic titles like Marvel Comics Presents and Marvel's Tales, release I can't pronounce that word, fastmeal editions of trade collections of your favourite issues and storylines over the decades, exactly as you remember them, and deliver brand new takes on Marvel's history. Brand new takes, so new versions of the stories. Marvel will also be featuring special 80th anniversary themed variants of the comics throughout the year, kicking off 9 connecting variants from superstar artist Phil Noto on the selected titles in January. So that's going to be hopefully tomorrow then. Tomorrow's Comic Wednesday at the time of recording, so might see some of these tomorrow. And later this fall, stay tuned for an extra special, extra-sized publication of a marvelous millennial milestone that promises to change the course of Marvel history forever, or at least until the 160th anniversary. I wonder what that could be. Interesting. The fans of Marvel animated series will also have a chance to celebrate, starting with the release of Avengers Assemble Black Panther's Quest on January 13th on Disney XD. As Marvel's longest-running animation series to date, be sure to tune in weekly for an epic adventure following King T'Challa as he goes on a vision quest through time, exploring the history of Black Panther's vibranium, Wakanda, and the Marvel Universe itself. Marvel's digital shows and podcasts will feature special tributes for Marvel's 80th anniversary throughout the year, including Earth's Mightiest Show, This Week in Marvel, The Women of Marvel, Marvelous Voices, Marvel 101, and themed episodes of the popular cooking show Eat the Universe. Check out Marvel.com. Marvel will also feature Today in Marvel's History, taking fans through the 80th anniversary history across their Twitter, Facebook, Instagrams, daily Marvel facts on Twitter, in-depth articles on Marvel.com. Fans can dive into Marvel's historic storylines using Marvel.com Marvel 80 So marvel.com/Marvel80, guys, is the URL you're going to want for that, and using Marvel80 hashtag on social media. Later this year, Marvel will release a series of curated 80th anniversary merchandise inspired by Marvel's signature art and storytelling that has defined superhero fans for generations. Products will include retailer-exclusive collectibles, fashion and apparel accessories, specialty products and limited edition toys, such as exciting new products from Hasbro, Funko and more. More details and collaborations will be announced in the coming weeks and throughout the year, with a special sweet collaboration with Ample Hills Creamery later in July. Keep an eye out for Marvel's special 80th anniversary exclusive merchandise, experiences and live events at Comic Cons, museums, D23 and Disney Cruise Line and Disney parks throughout the year, including virtual live events. Fans of games will also have a chance to participate in limited time in-game events to celebrate key characters, stories, costumes, and other extras from the Marvel history. More details will be announced later this year. For 80 years, Marvel has reflected the world outside your window, inspiring millions of fans with iconic characters, timeless stories that brought the Marvel Universe to the forefront of popular culture. Marvel celebrates the historic 80th anniversary all year long with your favourite Marvel comics, games, shows, collectibles, fashion, and more. Very interesting to read that, guys. It sounds like, because obviously Disney now own Marvel, I think they're doing what they did with Mickey's 90th. So Mickey's 90th celebration, every month the Disney Store released new merchandise on a different version of Mickey through the ages and different colour patterns and things like that. I wonder if they're going to do similar things with Marvel. So like January might be Black Panther, February might be Spider-Man, stuff like that, and they'll go through the most iconic characters. That would be interesting to see. I wonder where they're going to go with this and how far they're going to go with this, because I'm going to Disney parks in March. So that's that's like 2 months from now. Will there be something for me to see and do in Disney World? That's going to be interesting to find out. And it says in the coming weeks and months. So they have more to announce. London Toy Fairs at the end of this month, and Hasbro are there. Disney is also there. I wonder if anything will get announced at the London Toy Fair or whether they're going to save it for New York. Would be very interesting to see. Can't wait to check that out now. Don't forget, guys, I'm at London Toy Fair at the end of this month. I'll be in London for the Monday and Tuesday. It's the 21st and 22nd of this month. So I will be in London if anybody wants to meet up and do something. I'm tempted to host a meetup and see if any of you guys want to come, so please let me know. Marvel's 80th year, though. Wow. They've been around a long time. I followed Marvel since I was a kid. I've been reading the comics since I was old enough to read. I was in hospital a lot. As you guys know, I've got lots of disabilities. And I was in hospital a lot as a child, and Spider-Man and X-Men were my escape of that hospital. And it still is to this day, to be fair. I still love those two comics to this day. But the fact that they've said there's going to be special edition merchandise, toys and collectibles, that's interesting. I'm really excited to see what they come up with. Because Marvel and Disney are gonna really go to town on this. They've already made the logo. They want us to use the hashtag Marvel80. So definitely be using that on social media to let them know we're interested. Hopefully we'll get some stuff here in the UK. I know what it's like trying to get collectibles in the UK, but we do have lots of people that can help us out, like In-Demand Toys and Kapow Toys and people like that. The Avengers Black Panther Quest, they released a bunch of the Avengers toys when they first started doing that TV series, and they've not done anything for a while. So with that new Black Panther announcement, I'm wondering whether we're going to get a bunch of new toys based on Black Panther as the cartoon. That'd be cool. And I'm guessing all future merchandise this year might have the Marvel 80 years logo on it, pretty much like what Disney did with every Mickey release this year. It had the Mickey's 90th anniversary logo on it. That includes, like, even down to, like, I've just bought a t-shirt today from Asda, which is a supermarket here in the UK. Walmart to the Americans. Same company. They had a Mickey's it just said Mickey Mouse on the t-shirt with a nice Mickey logo on it, and then when you look at the label, it's got like the 90th logo on it. So I mean, I wonder if Marvel's going to do a similar thing here, where we're going to see like nice new t-shirts and things with new designs on, and they'll have the little 80th anniversary logo. I am very excited to see what they do with this announcement. It's going to be a lot of fun. I think we're going to get some great toys. But let's speculate. What could we get? If they're celebrating 80 years, I'd like to see some like proper collector's box sets of Marvel Legends. Some re-releases as well of some of like we've had Legends now for quite a while. I'd like to see some modern re-releases, especially ones that we haven't had in a long time. Like, I know it's still classed as the best one we've got, but that's only because it's the only one we've got, and that's the X-Men Toad. Toy Biz Toad is amazing. I really like that figure, but it would be cool to get a modern update with modern articulation. Excuse me. That's a big ass cut, right? Because I'm like Thor. I drink from goblets. But yeah, I'm really interested to see what they do with this. And obviously this new logo is pretty decent as well. It's a nice logo. And I've used it as the background for the podcast here. I'm kind of re-flicking through this little announcement now on my computer here, and it sounds really good what they're planning. I'm just heading over to the Marvel 80th Anniversary page now as well to see what else is on there, but I think it's just the same. It's the same thing I've just read out. Awesome. I'm also a member of the the Marvel Universe. What's it actually called? I think it's called Marvel Universe. The little app that I've got. Marvel Unlimited. Sorry, I do apologise. Marvel Unlimited. That's where I've been reading all my comics. I've now gone digital fully with my comics. As I've kind of said in a couple of videos recently, I'm going off my DC comics badly. And I've started reading a lot more Marvel, so this app is perfect. And it doesn't cost that much. I think it was like £7. It's like it gives me a month's access, so I plan on using it when I go to Florida, because obviously I can have got all the comic books I want at my fingertips. All the comic books, they're just 6 months behind. But they have all the entire back catalogue. So I mean, like, old Daredevil comics, stuff like that are all on here, which is awesome. From 1964, that comic, wow. So hopefully we'll get some new stuff on that app. And they'll start putting up some new issues. And if you look, you can't actually see it because I've zoomed in on the picture of the Marvel 80th logo. You can't see it. But on the actual, if you go on the marvel.com/Marvel 80th Anniversary, you'll see that they have like a it says collect them all, and it's the old-fashioned dolls that they used to do back in like, I think that was like 1970 to 80. They had like big doll versions of like Captain America, Hulk, Iron Man, and Thor. And I wonder if that's like a hint that we're gonna see those get like a re-release. That would be sick to get some like vintage stuff released in with modern what's the word? Produced in like the modern era, but still the same style as the retro ones. A bit similar like what Star Wars did when they re-released the old Boba Fett and stuff like that. It would be really cool to see what they really do with this. I'm really like excited now. And obviously it's got on this image as well, we're seeing Rocket Raccoon, Daredevil's on there, Thor's on there. Back when Thor had a little mask on as well, that's well old. The old Ant-Man's on there. Seems to revolve around the Avengers a lot. There's a lot of Avengers imagery, and there's a Thanos image there as well. So if that's anything to go by, it would be sick to see them, you know, bring back these iconic comic book storylines. You know, like the first Infinity War, the Secret Wars, and stuff like that. I'd love to see them get re-released with the 80th logo. I'd buy all them in a second. Guys, what do you want to see as a part of the 80th anniversary of Marvel here? What would you guys like to see? I'm going to stay tuned to this. I'm going to keep reading about it some more because I think there's going to be a bunch of stuff announced real soon. It did say coming weeks and coming months, so I think they've got something announced in a few weeks, and I've got a feeling we might see something at London Toy Fair. Just the fact that they said weeks, and London Toy Fair just happens to be in a couple of weeks. Am I getting ahead of myself, do you think? I'm very excited, though. I hope you guys are too. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this little chat about the Marvel 80th Anniversary press release. If you want to see this kind of thing in the future, please let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear back from you and your thoughts on me talking like this to you. Obviously, keeping these little podcasts short and snippy, between 20 to 30 minutes long, I think is sufficient. It enables me to be able to talk to you guys freely, openly, and not rabbiting on for England. If you enjoy this podcast and you would like a audio-only version of it, please let me know, and I will, of course, put that up somewhere where you can download the audio, or I can provide a link in the description to like an audio version. Guys, thank you very much for watching. As always, I'm your host, SuperSorrell, and I'll see you guys then on the next video. May the Force be with you. Excelsior! Goodbye!